Welcome to Surge Plus. This is the very first episode, and to start off the very first episode, we're going to meet with the CCW champion himself, Darryon Drummond.
Nice to be here, Dalton, I guess.
Thank you for taking the time with me. To start this interview off, I want to get to the point. How did you get started in this professional wrestling business?
See, one time I was just scrolling. Well, first of all, I always wanted to be a wrestler. Always. It was only a matter of how. And then I saw the opportunity. One day on the Continental Championship Wrestling Facebook page, they was promoting open tryouts. Right there I said, now it's time.
Okay, so from when you started at Top Rope Wrestling Academy, and now you're the CCW champion, how did you get to that point?
Back when I first started, I was at the bottom. So far, I wasn't even at the bottom. I was below the bottom. And then I worked. I fought through everything. Every single person thrown at me. I fought every single person. I beat just about every single person to make my way to the top. And now I'm here.
Help us remember, how did you capture that crown?
How did I capture it? Well, you see, let's go back. Let's go back to where the world shut down. 2020 was a rough year for everyone. February 2020, I suffered the most humiliating loss in my career. This power-sized princess made a fool out of me. Made me look like a butterfinger. With the ref on top of that who doesn't even know how to do his job. I lost the title at the time that meant everything to me, the Alternative Championship. All the work I put in to build that title, to make that title mean something. I was the greatest Alternative Champion of all time. The Alternative GOAT. And all that wiped away just like that. And to make matters worse, a couple weeks later, this pandemic emerges, shuts everything down. Everything. Wrestling stopped. CCW stopped. I couldn't train. I couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't go anywhere. I was stuck in isolation. And the only thing I could think about was that humiliating defeat. And every single day, it turned into a rage. What I was going to do to that person when we came out of the shutdown, when everything went going again, I would think about what I would do. But I never got my hands on it. But what did happen is I was put in the very first ever Ruler of the Ring tournament.
Coming very soon, right?
A tournament where in the first round I beat the old Golden Boy, Eric Moore. I beat Chris Turner, legendary. I beat the at the time Wild Thing, Mike Anthony. And I became the winner of the first ever Ruler of the Ring tournament. Winning the opportunity at one match where I could choose the time, place, opponent, stipulation. And then we fast forward to Stampede 2021. That same night, I went to war with Solo Jones, and no, I did not come out on top. But I had a plan to walk out with gold. See, I saw an opportunity. See, Landon Cruz and at the time Cecil Andrews, they went through a war themselves where Cecil came out on top. And I made a decision. I don't care who wins. I'm taking the title. I went out there. I cashed in on Cecil. I kicked his head off and walked out with this.
Looks good on you, I have to say.
It does.
the final question I have for you: what can we expect from you? And looking into August, it's at WrestleBash 31. Who do you see on the roster that can maybe take that gold from you?
Well, for one, what to expect from me is to hold on to this. Because this ain't going anywhere anytime soon. As far as WrestleBash is concerned, I main evented WrestleBash last year, and I will main event WrestleBash again this year. You see, last year was pretty much a fluke. Triple threat match where I lost the title without being pinned. I wasn't beaten for this. Something I corrected very quickly and took it right back. And I've had a tight grip ever since. That tight grip is going through WrestleBash as far as who meets me there at WrestleBash. Who haven't I beaten? Really. It's not who I see getting in it, it's who deserves to be against me. I've beaten the New Breed. I've beaten Chris Turner. I've beaten Mike Anthony. Cecil Andrews, sorry, toxic now. He's going through an identity crisis. I've beaten Bryce Maddox. Who else is left?
You heard it from Darryon Drummond, the CCW.
No. Let me turn this right quick. I'm asking everybody watching, everyone backstage, I know you're watching right now. My question is to you. Who is next? Because you're going to be thrown down just like everybody else. Head kicked straight off. Because ain't nobody taking this from me. Now you can take it away.
There you heard it from your current CCW champion, Mr. Darryon Drummond.
We get sued by Goldberg.